I didn't mean to buy it. It was just a little decorative skeleton key sitting in a wicker basket at a thrift shop downtown, mixed in with dusty Halloween knickknacks, plastic bats, cracked porcelain pumpkins, fake spider webs. The key was heavy, though. Cold. Made of iron, not the cheap pressed metal you'd expect. It caught the light when I picked it up, dull gray but strangely polished, as if someone had been using it recently. $1.50. I thought it'd look good hanging by my door, or maybe as part of my Halloween setup. Just another trinket. But when I got home that night, something about the key kept pulling my attention. I left it on my coffee table, but it didn't feel right just sitting there. I kept picking it up, feeling its weight, tracing the grooves, and then I noticed something strange. The teeth of the key were uneven, jagged, almost like they'd been filed down by hand. It shouldn't have fit anything, but it did. When I tested it on my apartment door, just out of curiosity, it slid in like it belonged. The lock clicked with a single twist. My stomach dropped. I pulled it out immediately, half laughing, half unsettled. The key didn't just look old, it worked. That night, Halloween night, I couldn't sleep. I stayed up late, scrolling, handing out candy, listening to the muffled sound of kids laughing outside. But every time I passed the coffee table, the key was there, catching my eye. At midnight, on impulse, I picked it up and walked to my front door. I told myself it was stupid, that I was just humoring a bad idea. I put the key in the lock, turned it, and when I opened the door, it didn't lead to the hallway of my apartment. It led somewhere else. I stood frozen in the doorway. Cold, damp air rushed out at me, carrying the sharp, metallic sting of mildew and rust. A narrow wooden staircase descended into darkness, vanishing into what looked like a basement. This was impossible. My apartment was on the 3rd floor. I should have slammed the door shut, locked it, thrown the key in the trash. But instead, I stepped forward. 1 foot on the first creaking stair. Behind me, the sound of my TV faded, like I'd stepped through some kind of barrier. The air was colder here, heavier. I went down. The basement floor was concrete, slick with damp patches. Bare bulbs hung from frayed wires above, some burned out, some buzzing with a faint orange glow. The place smelled like rot, and in the far corner, I saw it. A body, or what was left of one. A shriveled corpse, slumped against the wall, its clothes faded and rotted into tatters. The skull lolled sideways, the mouth half open as if it had died mid-scream. I gagged, stumbling back, hand over my face. My heart hammered so hard I thought it would burst. I should have run, but something about the figure held me there, the way it seemed. Tucked away, abandoned, forgotten. That's when I heard it. A voice, low, desperate, whispering just behind my ear. "Tell my mom I'm here." I spun around. Nobody. Just shadows stretching across the damp walls. I told myself it was in my head. Stress. Shock. But then, "You need to leave. He'll kill you." The sound came from upstairs. Footsteps. Heavy. Measured. Someone moving across the floor above. Pausing, then moving again. My breath caught in my throat. This house wasn't empty, and whoever lived here, they knew I was down here. I scrambled back toward the stairs, moving as quietly as I could, but the wood groaned beneath me. I froze, listening. The footsteps stopped. Then they started again, faster this time, moving toward the basement door. I bolted. The stairs groaned as I rushed up, 2 at a time. My hands slapped the doorframe, pushing into the 1st floor. A dim hallway lined with peeling wallpaper and picture frames so caked in dust I couldn't make out the faces. And at the far end of the hall, he stood. A man, tall, gaunt, his clothes hanging loose on him. His eyes locked on me, wide and unblinking. He didn't speak. He just moved, lunging down the hallway, arms out, faster than I thought he could. I darted into the nearest room. A dining room. Long table set with cracked plates and moldy silverware. I ducked behind a broken cabinet as his footsteps thundered past, then stopped. Silence. I could hear him breathing, slow, deliberate. And then the whisper came again, right in my ear. Get out! Get out now! I crept from room to room trying to find another way out, but every window was boarded shut, every door bolted. The wallpaper peeled in strips, the air thick with dust. The man moved through the house like he knew every sound, every shadow. At one point, I caught a glimpse of him standing perfectly still in the living room, his head tilted as if listening for me. His fingers twitched, long and bony, stained with something dark. I hid behind a torn curtain, trembling so hard the fabric shook. "Tell my mom I'm here," the voice whispered again. "Don't let him keep me here." I don't know how long the chase lasted. Minutes, hours. The house was a maze of locked doors and dead ends, and no matter where I turned, the man wasn't far behind. But then, in the dining room, against the far wall, I saw it. A door. The same one I had stepped through. I rushed for it, fumbling with the key, shoving it into the lock. It turned smoothly, blessedly, and the wood splintered open to reveal my apartment hallway. Warm light, my TV buzzing softly, my world. Behind me, I heard the man scream. A guttural, furious sound, more animal than human. I dove through the doorway, slammed it shut. When I turned the key again, nothing, just my apartment door, the basement, the house, the body, the man. All gone. I stood there gasping, shaking, clutching the key so hard it cut into my palm. But it was useless now. No matter how many times I tried, it never opened anything again. I don't know where the house was, or what I walked into, or who that body belonged to. But the voice hasn't left me. Even now, days later, when I try to sleep, I hear it. Soft, pleading, always behind my ear. "Tell my mom I'm here. And sometimes, he'll kill you too."